Sunlions. Um, I changed the name if you haven't noticed. I will explain that in a different video though. But today, obviously by the title, we're talking about spring semester, and today I have a guest. His name is Chris, and I will link his. I'll go on that at the end of the video. And like I said, we're talking about spring semester that everybody probably just ended either today, which is May 22nd, or like last week or something like that. Okay, let's just hop into it. Okay, how was this spring semester been for you?
Man, kind of different. I thought school was just going to be normal like last year, but because of what's going on, school's been all over the place. It's not been easy.
Yeah, but it was great until, like you said, this whole coronavirus thing. I was literally about to do I forgot her name, how she says coronavirus. I was gonna do that, but I'm just like, no. Okay. It, I just imagining how difficult it is for us as college students having to switch over from being in the classroom to being online and having to use Zoom, Skype, or whatever, how we would remotely do with our professors. But then I start thinking how it is for people in pre-K and the preschoolers, the kindergartners, how difficult it will be for them since they're basically hyper all the time, and they're like they need a nap. And because I know when we were in kindergarten, we took naps. We took like 45-minute nap. So I'm just like, I don't know if they still do that now, but I can imagine how it is for elementary school kids.
Yeah, I think that'd be tough because don't we as people need to have like somebody to talk to
Yeah,
and like communicate, get along with, make friends, and not isolate ourselves so much.
yeah. The thing is like, well, for me, how we switched over to like Zoom because out of all the 5 classes for my ASL 4 class, we use Zoom. And by the people that don't know what ASL stands for, and it stands for American Sign Language. And this, for my class, it was kind of hard because we can't use our voices. We can only use the language, American Sign Language. And it's kind of hard because we don't know who's talking to who. So it's kind of hard to like kind of focus on directly who's talking, especially when the professor is sharing their screen. We don't know who's talking. We have to like scroll to whoever's talking and scroll back. And me and one of my classmates were talking and we tried the closed captions. They are somewhat accurate. And it's kind of with Skype too. It's somewhat accurate, but for Skype, it's more accurate um, than Zoom. And we barely hear bad things for Skype because now barely anybody's using Skype. We use FaceTime. Everybody has smartphones, so we use FaceTime and all this. So I'm just like, to me, it's kind of hard to focus on one person, and it's like everybody's like over talking to some, like it's like kind of hard to listen to one person,
Hmm.
let alone like 40 40 other students on here on Zoom. So I'm just like, could we try something else? Yeah, Zoom is worse than Skype. Um, and so how how do you think it how do you cause our cause you know our friend James, he his classes are all lab, it's all hands on, and he lost all his classes because of all this whole coronavirus thing, stay at home order. So he can't really do anything. He had to. And by the way, guys, James, I literally did a video with him 2 weeks ago, so I'll link that video in the description. He literally had to do um a withdrawal form. He seriously had to take that out, but the school for this semester, thankfully they did a video. They not video. They did an excused withdrawal. And for the people that don't know what that means, it means that an excused withdrawal is that it you can withdraw from a class and it won't show on their transcripts. So that's what an excused withdrawal is. Um, I just the only thing that I guess I'm worried about is how it's gonna look at for the fall, this upcoming fall, especially the people, the upcoming freshmen. How are they going to do it? They just got done with being on online classes for a few months. I'm pretty sure those seniors right now are tired of being online. They want to be in the classroom. So, and I know that you, Chris, and myself are visual learners. We need like the teacher right there. How do you feel about the people that are visual learners and they're about to go into college or community college or a university where they're visual learners, they're hands on? How would you have any tips for them how to do this?
I would say if you're doing online and you're used to people physically being there with you to teach you, which you don't know, then I would say recording the lectures, and YouTube's always a good way, and ask the professor what videos to watch. So it's going to be tougher for people that are more hands-on, but it if everybody finds a way to help everybody that learns by, you know, more visually and hands-on, that they can be able to pass in the same pace that everybody else has before the whole shutdown.
Yeah, just for me, I would main like for example math. I'll see if the school can do like Skype, have tutors that can do Skype with you or do Zoom with you. See if your professor can Zoom with you, can do Skype with you. Because like for or if you guys, I'm not sponsored for this, but for Marco Polo, I've for my sign language teacher, I literally Marco Polo her with any questions. See if your professor can do Marco Polo. But Marco Polo, you don't need your phone number. You don't need email or anything. Like, for example, if your professor doesn't want to give out their phone number, you don't have to. You can just type in their name in Marco Polo and add them. And you can go back and forth. It's kind of like FaceTime. It's kind of like texting. It's a mix of both. And also, if you're using it, people can know that you can also go back to, like, say, okay, for example, I'm Marco Polo. I'm using Marco Polo with my sign language teacher. The video that she sent using sign language, I can go back to that video and watch it over and over again as much as I want. That's why I like that app. But then again, I'm not sponsored by Marco Polo. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I wish I was. But yeah, that's why I say reach out to your professors, especially freshmen. Freshmen that are going to universities, going to community colleges, please contact your professors. They will try to make things easier for you. Also, if you're trying to figure out the best teacher for the classes that you are about to take in the fall, try Rate My Professor. They will rate your professor. They have rates for that exact professor. Some professors they don't have. It's either one, people don't know about Rate My Professor, and also maybe the professor's new. That's probably why. If the professor's not on there, that's probably why. Again, not sponsored by Rate My Professor. But if all the teachers that you searched up on Rate My Professor, just take a hunch. Or maybe if you know people that go to that school, maybe ask them and see. Maybe find new friends. Maybe I know for a lot of professors use Canvas. And I know some of the professors list the people that are in the class. Maybe if your professor does do that, maybe go down the list and maybe just pick one and just message them on Canvas and say, hey, do you want to be friends? We can help each other in this class. Blah blah. It doesn't have to be exactly that, but something along those lines. What I know a lot of elementary school and middle high schoolers are still trying to get used to he's typing because I'm also doing Skype with him on my phone, and he's typing things there because he's actually starting a YouTube channel too. he's still trying to figure out a name for his channel. He has an idea, but he's trying still. If you guys have any ideas for it, just comment below. But he just typed up make friends. That's the number one thing for college students. Yes, you might say, no, I have friends from high school. We're gonna stick together. Okay, that's great. But still make friends at college. Make friends always. Because um, cause it's always great to meet new people. Um, I, and it's always great because actually Chris is one of the friends that I met at our community college, and we're we're both planning on being class of 2021, and hopefully that this whole staying home order does not go through this fall semester and the spring semester. So yeah, I know that elementary schools and middle high schoolers are still getting adjusted to this virtual thing. Would you ever what would you what tips or anything that you what basically what would you give what advice would you give them if they're still getting adjusted to this virtual thing?
Well, I have seen some other YouTubers talk about how it's tough on their kids to
Mm-hmm.
have at home and that they don't get the outside time and to play around and go with their friends.
Mm-hmm.
So what some parents did is that they'd buy them, like a little game console or a computer, and they'd play their little games, like they'll play their Nintendo games, Nintendo Switch, and it keeps them, you know, not being left out by being shut inside.
Mm-hmm.
So the only way to make friends now since the lockdown is just play games online, talk with somebody, because you will get bored and you won't know what to do if you're just staying inside all day.
How about for the because I know before this whole stay at home order um peop I know before this whole like I said stay at home order parents want to try to get their kids away from the the video games and all this. They actually want them to physically go outside. But now that um now that we're on state that we're basically on lockdown, stay at home order, how would you say, and I know it's harder for them to get off the game console, off of watching TV, how would you do that?
Well, if you have a backyard, I think it would be a big help to just play a little catch or a little soccer. If you want to get your kids to, have the time to talk to their friends online, but also to get active. Yeah, a little soccer, a little baseball in the backyard, catch. I feel like that would be a really good idea to get kids to move around. Because I have a little sister and she's just inside all day. The only time that she gets time to move around and play is if she plays with the dogs.
Yeah, because like you made a good point. Like if you guys have a backyard, play like catch, play soccer, maybe basketball. Then I started thinking the people that live in apartments, how would they do that? Then I thought of I know the kids can't play on the like because I know that the like the parks that the swings, the slide, and all that they can't go on it. I know that, but I know the grass area, they can still go on. So maybe like if you guys can go to the park, play soccer there, play baseball, maybe get a basketball and bring your own basketball and play some hoops. Bring your own softball, baseball, um, play there. Bring your own soccer ball, do it there. I think that'll, or maybe like take a walk. If you have some chalk, draw hopscotch there. And or maybe if you don't want them to be inside, but you want them to appreciate like the mailman, the USP people, doctors and all that, maybe get some chalk, have them like draw something on the sidewalk saying thank you. If you guys have like 4-year-olds and they don't know how to, you guys have 3 to 4-year-olds that don't know how to spell, maybe that'll be maybe you can teach them how to spell thank you, how to say we love you, thank you for your service and all that. That'll be a good way to teach them how to spell, how to teach them how to read too. And maybe also if you have kids that don't know how to read, maybe as you're reading, teaching them how to read, maybe you can record yourself reading, teaching your kid how to read, and maybe post it on Facebook or some social platform on here on YouTube. Maybe you can, maybe you teaching your kid how to read, it can help your kid how to read too. So there's alternatives. And also, if you want your kid to be outside. Are you talking to another boy? Yes, I'm talking to my friend. You ever talk to? Yes, I talked to Jose. Huh? Yes, I talked to Jose. I'll talk to you after. Why are you on red? I don't know. I'll talk to you after. Why are you getting all mad? Because I'm talking to somebody. Can they see me? No, but they can hear you. I'll talk to you after. Okay, as I was saying, I'll just edit that out. If you want to still teach your kid how to read or do something, you guys can do it outside. There's other alternatives you can do outside, whether you're live in an apartment or a house, condo. You can do it. You can look up ideas on Pinterest, YouTube, wherever. You can ask other parents questions. Reach out to your your kids' teachers. Don't be rude. There's other alternatives. You can ask your teachers, your kids' teachers, and all that. Do you have any other alternatives besides like catch, soccer, basketball that parents can try to do?
Anything that I can think of? No. The only thing other than that, I mean, drawing and sketching. I know sometimes we can't go outside to do anything much if we have the order to stay inside. So get a little creative and make little stories from drawing things, like draw the little cartoons that they like, or little little puppies or bunnies or something that your kids might like. I draw stuff for my little sister once in a while.
You need to come here. I'll be right back. Let me call you back.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't hang
Bye.
up. Just shut up for a minute.
Okay, hold on. And there we go. Okay, we're back. Where was I?
You were at talking about. Oh, actually, it was about us talking about drawing.
Oh yeah. Maybe have, like you said, like draw something. Maybe you and your child can have like a drawing competition.
Yeah, arts and crafts. You guys can make things together. I know when I do with my little sister, I'll show her how she loves to draw flowers. So I'll look at some flowers that she likes and I'll show her step by step. And it's like, hey, you know, like, let me see if I can do it here. If I want to make a flower, and let me see, can I erase this for a second?
I'll take a clip of that and I'll show them after. I'll put in that clip after we're done talking.
Okay.
And maybe you guys could make a movie. Like you guys can film something off you guys' phone or tablet or something and make a little movie.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a really good thing to do. Like if, like, say, you want to make like a little flower and you want to get kids involved with flowers, or like something simple, help them draw like some leaves and like. Well, I'm not gonna be the best right here, but
Maybe teach your kid a card game. A simple card game.
yeah,
Maybe not to like a 4 or 5-year-old. Maybe like 7 and up. Maybe you and your child can learn new learn new languages, learn new culture. If you have a kid that's in middle school, high school, maybe learn a new recipe off of YouTube and all this.
yeah, like stuff like that would be really nice. You can even play well, if you can play a family game if
Yeah, true.
everybody's old enough, and there's a really fun game called Mafia. You know, we
Maybe
come up with
for
silly things.
maybe for middle schoolers and up for that one.
Middle schoolers and up, but you know, it's among family, and it's like the mystery kind of games where you try to figure out, oh, who killed who, like, but you're imagining the story,
Yeah.
and you can get creative, and you can tell it's like, all right, but instead of like, I guess for kids you can change like the murder or something. I was
Yeah.
like, all right, who stole the candy or who stole the pie, who
Yeah.
stole the cookies and the pizza, and then
Yeah.
you know that make a story why they're innocent, and that'd be, you know, it gets it get everybody to move around and get creative instead of just sitting and being bored at everything.
Yeah, and like you said, like with the younger kids, instead of calling it mafia, maybe you can call it the Stiller.
The bandit.
Yeah, the bandit. Yeah. Um, I think I ran out of ideas.
You run out of ideas?
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say you can. Well, you can make
Have
it
movie
to
night.
movie night. You guys can buy little lights and do little shadow puppets, or
Yeah.
you know, make some kind of cool looking candle or light. You know, get some paper, cut out some designs, and just shine it in the night. Get some marshmallows and roast it and try to have like an indoor campfire or something.
Yeah.
Because, I know in some parts where we might get tickets or even fines if we're outside, camping and such things. So you can have an indoor one. Get the stove and make some s'mores and have some popcorn and watch a movie.
You guys can, and if you guys don't want to have like the bag popcorn, you guys can get the popcorn kernels and put in a pan and start making it.
There's
cute. Directions of how to do it. You guys can go on the internet and look up how to do it. There's, like I said, you guys can look up recipes, new recipes that you haven't tried. If you want.
What they can do, they can make, you know how they make Rice Krispies with like the marshmallow and stuff? What if they made popcorn, popcorn designs out of things? They can make like a little popcorn snowman or like a little bunny or.
And if you guys, even though it's not Christmas, you guys can do popcorn string and make decoration, and maybe each day take off a popcorn and eat it. So yeah. Have any other ideas before we sign off?
I think it's just getting creative with anything that's around.
Yeah.
Make a fort.
Yeah.
Something.
You guys don't even have to buy anything. You don't even have to go out your house to be creative. So yeah. Anything else?
No, the only thing other than that is, like if my sister was a little smaller, I'd put her on my shoulders and, show her how to cook or like, make some pancakes and.
Like Ratatouille.
Yeah, Ratatouille. I would do that if my sister was a little smaller. If I can't do that right now, she would hit her head on this little part that the stove has on top.
Oh.
So. But.
Maybe if you guys have like 5 and under, maybe if you guys have like a cardboard box, put them in there, carry them in, act like they're in a roller coaster. Or act like they're in an airplane. So yeah. Any other ideas before I sign off?
No, that's about it.
Hey guys. Maybe next week I will explain the new name, Sunlion. I'm still trying to figure out the intro and outro. So like, comment, subscribe, click that bell next to it to get notified every time I upload. And do you want your social media down in the description or no?
I say no for now.
Okay.
Because I still haven't set it up.
Okay. So, yeah. My Instagram handle and my TikTok handle will be in the description below. The clip that he drew will be after we are done talking. So, people, wash your hands. Stay safe. So, yeah. Bye, guys. Adios, amigos. Bye. And maybe you guys could make a movie like you guys can film something off you guys' phone or tablet or something and make a little movie.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be a really good thing to do. Like if like say you want to make like a little flower and you want to get kids involved with flowers, or like something simple, help them draw like some leaves and like. I'm not gonna be the best right here, but
Maybe teach your kid a card game, a simple card game.
yeah,
Maybe not to like a 4 or 5-year-old. Maybe like 7 and up. Maybe you and your child can learn new learn new languages, learn new culture. If you have a kid that's in middle school, high school, maybe learn a new recipe off of YouTube and all this.
I like stuff like that. Would be really nice. You can even play well, if you can play a family game.
Yeah, that's
If
true.
everybody's old enough, and there's a really fun game called Mafia.
Maybe
we come up with silly things.
Maybe for middle schoolers and up for that one.
Middle schoolers and up, but you know, it's among family, and it's like the mystery kind of games where you try to figure out who killed who, like, but you're imagining the story, and you can get creative, and you can tell it's like, all right, but instead of like, I guess for kids you can change like the murder or something.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, who stole the candy or who stole the pie? Who stole the cookies and the pizza? And then, you know, that make a story why they're innocent, and that'd be, you know, it get everybody to move around and get creative instead of just sitting and being bored of everything.
Yeah, and like you said, like with the younger kids, instead of calling it Mafia, maybe you can call it the Stealer.
The Bandit.
Yeah, the Bandit. Yeah. I think I ran out of ideas.
You ran out of ideas?
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say you can, well, you can
have movie night.
Movie night. You guys can buy little lights and do little shadow puppets.
Yeah.
Or, you know, make some kind of cool looking candle or light. You know, get some paper cutouts and just shine it in the night.
Yeah.
Get some marshmallows and roast it and try to have like an indoor campfire or something.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I know in some parts where we might get tickets or even fines if we're outside, you know, camping and such things. So you can have an indoor one. Get the stove and make some s'mores.
Yeah.
And have some popcorn and watch a movie.
You guys, and if you guys don't want to have like the bag popcorn, you guys can get the popcorn kernels and put in a pan and start making it. There's directions of how to do it. You guys can go on the internet and look up how to do it. There's, like I said, you guys can look up recipes, new recipes that you haven't tried. If you want to.
What they can do, they can make you know how they make Rice Krispies with like the marshmallow and stuff. What if they made popcorn? You know, popcorn designs out of things. They can make like a little popcorn snowman, or like a little bunny.
Yeah. And if you guys, even though it's not Christmas, you guys can do popcorn string and make decoration, and maybe each day take off a popcorn and eat it. So yeah. have any other ideas before we sign off?
I think it's just getting creative with anything that's around.
Yeah. You guys,
Make
you
a
don't.
fort,
Yeah.
something.
You guys don't even have to buy anything. You don't even have to go out your house to be creative. So yeah. Anything else?
No, the only thing other than that is, like if my sister was a little smaller, I'd put her on my shoulders and show her how to cook or make some pancakes and
Like Ratatouille.
ratatouille. I would do that if my sister was a little smaller. If I can't do that right now, she would hit her head on this little part that the stove has on top.
Okay.
So
maybe if you guys have like 5 and under, maybe if you guys have like a cardboard box, put them in there, carry them in, act like they're in a roller coaster, or act like they're in an airplane. So yeah. Any other ideas before I sign off?
no, that's about it.
Hey guys, maybe next week I will explain the new name, Sunlion. I'm still trying to figure out the intro and outro. So like, comment, subscribe.